Hello and welcome to the Saturday edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 8 races on Lesteer Stakes Day at Ascot Racecourse. We're expecting a sunny day in Perth, around 28 degrees Celsius, the track to be a good 4 and the rail to be in the 6 metre position. Race number 1 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 12:54. It's the Cystic Fibrosis WA Plate over 1100 metres. In replay, we're going to take a look at Pablo's Poem.
350 to run. Recoiled led the way, tackled by the Naconian. They've dropped off a Kiko. Black line behind them. Here comes Stage Man in love with Paris with their runs. Regal Moon and Pablo's Palmer. Stage Man gets his head in front, nearing the 150. Stage Man from the Naconian in love with Paris, trying to run Stage Man down, but Stage Man prevails. It's another one for Pike, another one for the Serene.
Pablo's Poem won 2 races in a row before the replay event. I thought that was a very good performance in the circumstances. He drew barrier 10 of 11. He had to go pretty much to the back of the field. His sectionals home were very good, and he was up against older horses in a 66 plus handicap. He steps back to 3-year-old grade here from a decent gate, and Taylor Stone Claims goes on top. From number 3, Drift Star, who led all of the way with a tongue tie on last time out. That was in a midweek race. He beat Miss Frost. That form has stood up on Melbourne Cup Day. I think the jury's still out about this galloper though, certainly over the 1100 metres and certainly in a high pressure race. Number 8, Dance Music, misbehaved for William Pike before and during the race last start, in which Pablo's Poem beats her by 3 lengths. She's clearly got ability, but she needs to behave on course. And then number 5, Cup Nike. He bollocked his way out and accelerated really smartly to win last time out. That was a midweek race. This is a step up in grade. I am a little bit concerned as to where he'll get to from gate number 2. Top selection in race number 1. I'm going to go with number 1 here, Pablo's Poem, to beat 3, Drift Star, 8, Dance Music and 5, Cup Night. Race number 2 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 1:35. It's the Ball Point Construction Handicap over 1200 metres. In replay, we're going to look at the Albany trial of One Short.
280 to go, and going up on the outside, Lord Cronus has now worked its way to the lead. Along the inside comes One Short with a late run, and right down the outside finishing fast is Red Noir, but One Short through on the inside wins. One Short.
Nice trial there by One Short down at Albany, obviously based in the Great Southern with Stephen Wolfe, and he resumes here in lower grade than he finished his campaign last August. 72 plus race then, comes back here in a 66 plus grade. And I think if Sean McGruddy is positive from gate number 5 here, he could take up the running and be very hard to run down in a race full of horses who've got plenty of convictions. One of those horses is number 7, Regal Moon. Certainly got the ability to win in this grade, but she is winless at Ascot in 9 starts now, and she does a hell of a lot of things wrong, certainly at the start of the race. Number 2, In Love with Paris, placed second at this level, first up. But certainly his chance has been hit by the gate here. Gets barrier number 12 for Jared Noski. Had it drawn softer, it would probably have been the top selection. And then number 6, Pearl Trade, similar to Regal Moon in so much she certainly has the talent to win this race, but she does make life difficult for herself, and she has an apprentice aboard as well. Top selection in race number 2, going with number 3 here, the first upper, One Short, to beat 7, Regal Moon, 2, In Love with Paris, and 6, Pearl Trade. Race number 3 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 2:25. It's the Dev West Handicap over 2200 metres. In replay, we're going to take a look at the last start win of Mississippi Delta.
They brush together, Rock on Tommy, a Knight of Pro. They're going head and head, about 4 lengths. Bollywood Blitz, Mississippi Delta, Red Publisher. A Knight of Pro reaches the lead from Rock on Tommy at the 100. A Knight of Pro, 3/4 in front. Mississippi Delta, it's getting out of the ground, flying, going 3 to their 1. It swamps the Mississippi Delta.
I thought that Mississippi Delta was a black booker out of her first run back. That was on opening day behind Rock on Tommy. The race wasn't one to suit. She ran really good sectionals home over the 1600 metres. Didn't have her on top in that replay race, mainly because they stayed at the metric mile, but she got the job done, beating a Knight of Pro with Pike aboard. She gets gate number 1 here. She steps up to a trip I think she'll absolutely love of 2200 metres, and I think she is the one to beat in what is a very competitive race. Obviously, number 1, Salon du Cheval, is a danger. He's yet to miss the top 2 in any of his 7 starts, and he was a strong winner over 2100 metres last time out. That's a pretty key form reference for this race. We're going to go with number 2, Dart Prospect for third. Has a length to make up on Salon du Cheval from that race, but it was his first run over a stay-in trip. I still think he's probably better suited to Belmont, but always want to keep him on side. I think he's a horse with plenty of talent. And then number 4, 5 Degrees, probably doesn't have the same turn of foot as many of her chief rivals in this race, but this is a very even contest and you'd have to have her in the numbers, certainly for the exotics. Top selection in race number 3, going with number 3 here, Mississippi Delta, to beat 1, Salon du Cheval, 2, Dart Prospect, and 4, 5 Degrees. Race number 4 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 3:05. It's the Express Interior Design Handicap over 1,100 metres. And look at the last start winner in replay, that's Stageman.
Run, recoiled, led the way, tackled by the Naconian. They've dropped off a Kiko, Black Line behind them. Here comes Stageman, in love with Paris with their runs, Regal Moon and Pablo's Palmer. Stageman gets his head in front, nearing the 150. Stageman from the Naconian, in love with Paris, trying to run Stageman down, but Stageman prevails. It's another one for Pike, another one for the...
Stageman won a 66 plus handicap in the replay race, beating In Love with Paris, who we'll also see at Ascot on Saturday. I think he's a worthy favourite here, but I'm not too sure he probably should be as short in the market as I'm expecting him to be. He's just a marginal top pick for mine. Goes on top, however, from number 7, that's Showcase, the other horse in Cerise and White Hair's drawn one of the outside gates, in fact the outside gate for Chris Parnham and Adam Durant. She went bang off what was a very slow tempo first up over the 1,000 metres. Few queries about the form around that, but she couldn't have been any more impressive, certainly not over the last 600 metres. The horse that came out of that race as well as Showcase was number 6, Jing Tang. He was a long neck behind Showcase in that 1,000 metre race, and they did walk in the first half of it. Expecting a little bit of improvement here, and he's also got the inside gate. And then number 4, Misty Metal, also in that Showcase race, was wide throughout. Could have made some excuses for Misty Metal. I'm just a little bit concerned about the state of the track for her. Her best ratings have all been on soft tracks. We're not going to get a soft track at Ascot on Saturday. Top selection in race number 4, going with number 8 here, Stageman, to beat 7 Showcase, 6 Jing Tang and 4 Misty Metal.